What's even cooler is if you put these on.
Oh, finally. Hey, it's Gus from 103.3 The Eagle, and I'm with Ann from the aquarium. What are you here to teach me today?
I'm going to teach you about coral and fluorescence.
Really? Because I know nothing about coral or fluorescence.
Well, we do live in a landlocked state, right? So there's not a whole lot of coral around. But what I look at is, so coral reefs are in danger. There's what's called bleaching, and they're not doing great. And I look at the glow or the fluorescence within the coral as an earlier detection sign for bleaching.
Things like this right here?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, these are corals right here. So we've got corals in 3 different stages of bleaching. This one might be hard to see because it's completely bleached.
Okay.
But here would be like another.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. So they turn completely white because they lose that algae that lives inside of them.
Okay, so are these glowing right now? Is there something wrong with my eyes?
You can't see it.
Oh, okay.
So we're just not lucky enough. Pretty much every animal except for us and the great apes can see it. But if you use these fancy lights,
Ooh.
It's called an excitation light, and it excites the.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So this excites the fluorescent protein inside the coral. But what's even cooler is if you put these on.
Oh, finally.
Right. You're
Okay.
like, what are these for?
I should be wearing safety glasses all the time anyway, so that makes sense.
So now we block out that reflected blue
Oh,
light.
that's cool.
And all you're seeing is the fluorescence, so the glow.
And the one that's not glowing,
That's a dead coral.
no, okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, guy.
Yeah, I know. Makes me so sad.
Wow,
So yes,
That's really pretty.
I know. So the one on our far left is a very healthy coral, and you can see it glows very brightly. The one in the middle is starting to bleach, and you see it's not quite as bright. And then of course the one that is bleached doesn't fluoresce at all.
Now, when you have one like the middle one, is it possible to stop the bleaching process, or once it starts, there's nothing you can do?
So once the bleaching process starts, if the temperature in the water continues to stay elevated, it will keep going. The really good news that we're finding is that coral can take up that algae again, because what's happening during bleaching is that they have this symbiotic, so they have this mutualistic relationship with this algae, and the algae provides it with its color and with its energy, about 95% of it. So when the coral gets stressed, when the water gets too hot, the algae goes, I'm out of here, or the coral kick it out. You're not a good roommate anymore. I don't want you here anymore. You got to go.
I've been through that. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. We all have those times. So once that starts, it kind of just keeps going. But the good news is that if the coral itself survives, then it can repopulate with that algae.
Oh, that's very cool.
Yeah, so we're really seeing it more and more as we're having back-to-back bleaching events.
So now, I don't see these things plugged in anywhere, so I don't understand how it lights up in the first place. What exactly is fluorescence?
So fluorescence is, there's color everywhere, or lack of color, or complete absorption of color. Fluorescence is just a different mechanism of seeing light. And what's happening is that instead of just absorbing wavelengths of light, it's absorbing them, it's scattering them, so that it's a little fluorophore, scatters them, and then re-emits the lights. And what the light you're seeing that's re-emitted is fluorescent. So that's in the UV range, basically, or just shy of the UV range. And like I said, everything around us glows. In fact, if you want to hold out your hand, we can yeah, I know. We can take a look at your cuticles. You'll need the glasses for that.
Are you going to show everybody that I bite my nails?
Yeah.
Is that what's happening? Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. So you see, you see that?
Yeah.
You knew, right? So everything around us fluoresces. We just don't see it. That's why there's not a lot of research that's been done.
So when fish are swimming around, they just see stuff glowing like that?
Yep.
Oh, that's really
Yeah.
cool.
So a coral reef looks like the Vegas Strip to them.
That's very cool. And how did you get into this in the first place?
Well, I've been a marine biologist for about 25 years, and I've studied all different marine habitats. The one that is nearest and dearest to my heart are coral reefs, because they have some of the greatest biodiversity on the planet. They're home to 25% of all marine life. They're worth saving. And so fluorescence, coral, wonderful thing. Fluorescence is cool.
So where can we see coral in Oklahoma?
The Oklahoma Aquarium, of course. You can also learn more about us at www.okaquarium.org.
All right, stay tuned for some more cool STEM videos.